All right. Moving on from Freud, let's go to Rogerian theory. We don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We don't throw all of Freud out, but we don't necessarily have to accept all of it as gospel truth. Move on to the Humanists. The Humanists said this. Carl Rogers was a primary humanistic theorist, and he said that your personality grows based on what other people think of you, that you internalize that external feedback. So, mommy says I love you, that's external. When I internalize that, I internalize it as I'm a lovable person. And so it goes this way. We're born, and it's really important for us at birth to experience what's called positive regard. Mommy, daddy love you, you're wonderful, you're awesome, you're so talented, and you're the best dancer of all, and on and on and on. The dogs want to go out, that's why they're crying in the background. So, over time, internalization of the positive regard I receive from others turns into positive self-regard. I love myself. I appreciate myself. I'm worth the hard work that I put in. That's an internalization of the early positive regard. It becomes positive self-regard. And this is what he said allows a person to work harder. I'll work to make myself better. I'm not afraid of challenges because I'm lovable and I'm capable and I'm strong. And he said that that's what allows people to eventually get to self-actualization. There's a problem though. Not everybody receives external reinforcement of how wonderful they are as human beings. Not everybody learns how to deal with their accidents and errors by using them as opportunities for improvement. Many of us have received harsh, berating criticism from those that should have been probably giving us positive regard. I don't like the word should, but in that case I think it's appropriate. Many parents parent in this way, or it comes off this way. My intention is not to communicate to my child, I love you unless you make mistakes. But when we withhold love based on our children's behavior, we're giving conditional positive regard. And it sounds like this. Not verbally, but it feels like this. I love you as long as you follow my rules, don't make mistakes. Conditional positive regard, guess what turns into a distortion of the true self? I was going to say conditional self-regard, which is a distortion of the true self. I'm a good person as long as I X, Y, and Z. If I don't X, Y, and Z, then I'm not a good person. Not I made a mistake, not I made a personal choice, but I'm a bad person. So one way distortion of true self comes out is I must earn love by acting right. The focus is being you can't earn real love. Love is given freely. There's nothing you can do to earn it, because if you can earn love, then you can lose love because you misbehave. Love is love, and it requires forgiveness. If people knew the real me, they'd reject me, so I try to hide certain aspects of myself. I'm not worthy of love, I don't deserve it, and therefore the person who's giving love, notice what that says, if I don't believe that I deserve love and you love me, then basically there's something wrong with you. You've got bad taste, or you're an idiot, or you're lying to me and you want something from me, and as soon as you get that something from me, you're going to leave me because I'm not worthy of your love in the first place. So as my self-expectations become more and more unrealistic, I fail to develop positive self-regard, and therefore I'm so busy trying to make up for my errors and survive that I never get to self-actualization. So how do we fix that? You go to therapy, or you find somebody who's able to love you unconditionally. I love you because of who you are. I don't care if you wreck my car. I don't care if you burn my toast. I don't care if you do this or that. Or I love you. And let's get past this berating of yourself and your hypercritical nature. That's unconditional positive regard. Over time, if I receive it and it's consistent and I accept it, then I begin to see myself more positively, I begin to realize that some of the decisions I made about myself when I was young were wrong, and that I actually am worthy. Not all the time, but none of us are worthy all the time. The people who love us in spite of ourselves very often. And that's the way to put a person back onto the road of self-actualization. Okay, that's humanistic theory. Hey, shortest video yet.